As of February 2025, something life-changing for me has just happened. Something that is unordinary happened. Something that will better the channel for good has just happened. Something that will make me happier just happened. Something that may shock all of you just happened. And no, I'm not talking about me shaving my head. That was earlier this month. That already happened. After 2 years and 5 months of being in this current situation, I have officially switched the location of my PC to my current bedroom. This feels absolutely crazy. This is a big game changer. Now, hold on a moment. Just because I switched rooms does not mean that I'm going to be showing my face every single video. In fact, this will probably be the last time you see my face for probably a few months to a year.
Subscribe to JBdrag Motocross for millions of IQ. Also be sure to join my Discord server, JB's Palace.
If there's enough people in the comments section saying, oh, I want JB's face in the videos, then I will consider it. All right. Another thing to consider is that the face cam I currently have is not the best, and I do not want to spend any more money on a better face cam. So I'm just gonna use the current one I have, and the wire is going to be going in front of the monitor that my face cam sits on. So I can't constantly be looking here whilst I'm playing. I'm gonna have my head turned. All right. So if you guys have too much of a problem with that in any videos, let me know. I can consider buying a better camera, but there's a high chance it's not going to happen. I'm probably just going to stick with this style. When I have this little mic, I'm just going to, just have it sit down there. I mean, yeah, that looks kind of cool, I guess. I'll just have it sit down there. So the big question is, JB, why? Well, that's not the right blueprint. Why have you switched your PC location after being in the basement for 2 years and 5 months? And the answer is very simple. I hated it down there over time. It took me this long to find the right wedge. That's crazy. I liked having my PC down in the basement for like the first half a year, from like September of 2022, April or May of 2023, although I did kind of like it down there in the summer of 2023, but then over time I eventually got sick of it, and of course for a while it did not really show to me perspectively a lot. Like, I didn't really notice it too much, it didn't bother me too much, but as of recently it has really started to hit me hard. So then you may be asking, JB, why didn't you move your PC up here sooner and wait till February of 2025? What's so important with February of 2025 that you have to wait for it? And it's not about the specific month. It's about not having permission to have my PC in the same room as where my bed is pretty much my entire childhood. And I'm pretty sure by the time I turned 18, or at least graduated high school, I may have most likely had the permission to move my PC into my room. But I do remember for a long time when I was younger, my parents never wanted my PC in the same room as my bed because they wanted me to not be on the PC all night. And now I'm a college student and I have a different schedule. I go to college at different times. I do different things. So, of course, well, they can't really restrict me now. Now, here's another question. JB, why are you letting your parents restrict you since you're over 18? 18 and over is what it's technically should be called. People say over 18, and that's not correct. You mean like 19 and up? No, it's 18 and up. Well, it's because I live under their roof. And as long as I live under their roof, I believe that I should listen to what they have to say. I do believe that I am allowed to some more freedoms in terms of like choices in life, in terms of like something I'm doing, like with the PC in the same room as the room I'm sleeping in, stuff like that. But still, I respect them enough to allow them to, well, I mean, technically, they could pretty much just force me. Basically, allow/force them to... Did I already have the presents loaded up in this truck? Did I respawn it? I hope not. Well, basically allow them to tell me what and what not to do. Now, I find it a little strange. It's like, well, I'm still living under their roof, so why are they suddenly allowing me to have my PC in the same room as the room that I sleep in? And the answer is, well, I've gotten older, I'm more mature, so I should have a bit more of a freedom and see how it affects me and see how I can adjust my life accordingly. But then when you're younger, you have less freedom because, of course, you're not trying to move out anytime soon. And plus, your mind is still younger. So that's why I believe that happens that way. Now, there's a high chance that I actually did end up lying about this to you guys on YouTube over the years, possibly due to being embarrassed because of that. Although I am actually pretty sure that I did tell you guys that my parents don't allow me to have my PC in the same room that I sleep in. So basically, it generated a whole new room for me to have my PC in. Me and my parents live in a place where we're able to do that. Well, me and my parents and my sister. And if it was a type of situation where I had to have the PC in an open room, like an open family room, I mean, like the living room or something like that, I would all the time, probably every single month, maybe every other month, I would just come up with just new arguments to try and get my PC moved to my room. But because I was provided an entirely separate space or area for my PC to be in, then this is why I never really argued against it, because I got an extra room out of it. Now, let me explain to you the history of the rooms my PC has been in. And I'm not talking about the laptop that I used to go on that I used for school and is only good with school. Let me take you back to, well, I'm not going to talk back before 2019, before the channel created. Let's just paint the picture here. My room where my bed was used to be downstairs in this bigger room. You can actually see that set up in the Koopa Show Season 2, Episode 5. The Big Move, I'm pretty sure it's called. Or I think. I don't know. Now, of course, that is a humongous room and pretty much the best room that my bed has ever been in. I do have a small suspicion that I may have eventually ended up asking to move out of that room, because that room is, well, it's closer to the much closer to the living room, and it's like a bigger room, and people walk by it more often, and it just feels more public, even though there's a door closing off the room. And I would almost just rather a little smaller space up here upstairs. So I'm pretty sure I kind of like this current setup that I'm in, with my bed there. I keep messing up the pointing. My bed there and my PC right here. Anyways, so my room was like that for 2020, and then my parents bought me a laptop that's just meant for school that doesn't really do well with gaming. And there is a desk down in that room, so I started gaming a little bit on that laptop down there in that room. And then eventually, my parents, this used to be the spare room at the time, and you can see that on the Koopa Show Season 2, Episode 5. It's still up on this channel, believe it or not. That's like one of the last ones that are actually available for public viewing on this YouTube channel. My parents wanted this, well, it used to be the spare room, to turn into a room where I'd have my laptop and a desk, and I'd do schoolwork only in here, to have a separate area for schoolwork only. And then over time, it just turned into, well, I just started gaming on the laptop. I started doing YouTube and stuff on the laptop. Eventually, well, it technically arrived in May of 2021. I got my current PC that is, in fact, a gaming PC and can handle games and stuff like that much more well than that laptop that is designed and built for like school work type stuff. So basically, that's when this PC lifespan started. So technically, I do consider myself up here from September of 2020 to October of 2021. But if you want to think of the lifespan of this PC, I was up here in this exact room. Yes, this exact room Back then, when there used to just be a long yellow couch back there, no TV, no dresser, no actual room set up. In fact, the room felt a lot different just because there was only a couch back there back then. I was up here for 13 months from October of 2021. How did it take me so long to say that? Unfortunately, I never actually recorded any videos that are on this channel right now of me in this room back then when it was just set up so much differently. So in October of 2021, I then moved my PC over to the next room over. And if you look on JBdrag music, might be the newest as the one this video is being uploaded, might be the second and newest. One of the newest ones, Spider Legs by Diala. The face cam is me wearing a mask, and that was technically October 31st of 2021. But I also, just mainly started recording my face in November of 2021 of me in that room. I had a nice PC set up in that room, and I'll tell you something, I actually originally proposed to go into that room like February of 2025, but unfortunately that was turned down pretty quick. That room might have actually been, in fact, I know I just said that this setup here might be the best setup, although that room may be the best setup or the second to best setup. A whole entire room dedicated to that. I also had a small couch in the background too. It was amazing. Unfortunately, that era only lasted from October of 2021 to September of 2022. In September of 2022, I had the wild by the way, I forgot to say, I moved my bed up into here in October of 2021 with the help of my family, of course. September of 2022, unfortunately, I had the idea to move my PC to the basement to make it so that my parents would not have to hear my voice as much. And I used to yell and scream a lot back then in my older content just for comedic purposes. So because of that, and because of wanting a different location, and what inspired it was my sister had a hangout area down in the basement, and I was almost like partially, not fully, but partially even jealous of it. So then I wanted to go down there and experience it for myself for a bit of time. And I did enjoy it. And, of course, I did not rush my sister out of there. We had a fair agreement. But I rushed into there, and then I kind of just been down there. For 2 years and 5 months, I've been down there. And that's the longest I've been at a certain PC location. You have a year and a month in this room, 11 months in the room next door, not even a year, and then you have 2 years and 5 months in the basement. The total amount of time that I've been upstairs with my PC was 2 years total, and then in the basement, 2 years and 5 months. So what I'm saying, and this is obvious, is that I've been in the basement for almost half a year longer than I've been in one of these two rooms. Months ago, I even asked if I could move my PC up here because I wanted to open the window and feel the cool air of the fall, and my parents did not want me to go back up there, and they were so just strong against it. They did not want to hear my voice. And so what I did was I opened the basement window using a complicated process because it's a basement window, and I liked it, but still wasn't completely satisfied. Finally, with enough argument, my mom agreed to let me to go back up to this room with my bed here. Like I said, I originally wanted to go back to the other PC room that's upstairs here because that has been overtaken by my sister. She has a room, and she has that room as like some type of like room where she listens to music, and she also does schoolwork. And I have to be honest, that room, it's the worst room in the house. I'm very disappointed in the state of that room. There's stuff everywhere on the desks, tables, where my sister sits to do her schoolwork. She sits on like a couch chair and then a tray. Such an awkward setup. And then like she has like a big stereo in there too that she doesn't even listen to. And here's another big thing. That's, a big subject of this video. I was gifted a mini fridge for that room. My PC used to be in that room for December of 2021. I got to use that for 9 months. And then when I moved to the basement, there was already a fridge down there for me to use. My sister has been using, hardly using that mini fridge down there that I got as a gift for Christmas of 2021. She's been using that for 2 years and 5 months. I, of course, took the mini fridge back, and now it will take until October of 2026. So I have to be in this room with this mini fridge consistently until October of 2026. That's a year and 8 months from now, to have used and just taken care of my own mini fridge for as long as my sister has used and taken care of my own mini fridge. Pretty interesting and weird how you just add up the statistics like that. Now let's add up some more statistics. To be in this specific room for as long as I've been in the basement. So think, we already have 13 months, a year and a month in this room. It'll take me a total of 1 year and 4 months more, 16 months more being in this room to have that equivalent for me being in this room for the amount of time I've been in the basement. So let's put it into fun terms here. I need to be in this room, have this PC in this room until June of 2026 to have had a PC in this room and do YouTube on it for the same amount of time that I've been in the basement. And that's kind of crazy to think, but you just got to sit and think. The entire year of 2023 and 2024, I was in the basement. Both those entire years. You have to think of that. Now, to be upstairs, like upstairs, have a PC in one of these upstairs rooms for as long as I've had the PC in the basement, we have a total of 2 years time. Well, this one, I will need to be in this room until well, actually, it's still kind of insane, July of 2025 to equivalent the amount of time that I've been in the basement. By the way, hello to Traps here. He's in the game. How's it going? I like your necklace. That's a very good one. That's it for this video. There's actually going to be a second video where I talk about the whole room moving concept. And yes, I'll be showing my face cam. Don't worry.